And let's bring in the head coach of the 4-0 New Braunfels Unicorns. We're joined by Coach Glenn Mangold. Coach, how are you?
Oh, we're doing good. How are you guys doing?
How are things in beautiful New Braunfels, Texas?
We are doing good. Getting ready to prepare for Smithson Valley this week. So we're busy again.
Yeah, but it's a good kind of busy because you guys are 4-0, trucking along, especially after last week, a really resounding and gutty win over Converse Judson on the road at Judson, 24-21. Um, I guess my first question was, we saw the highlights, we saw the celebration after that game. Just how big for you and this team and this program do you think that was on Thursday night?
Well, I think the biggest thing was for us to be able to overcome uh, some turnovers in the first half and keep our momentum and keep playing and keep competing throughout the game and believing that if we keep playing hard, that good things will happen. And for the program and kind of get you over that hump where to get to the next level, you got to beat some people that nobody else thinks you're going to beat. So they're one of those teams that we haven't beaten so far since we've been here, and we were fortunate enough to get the win on Thursday.
You guys are able to go into Rutledge Stadium and come away with a 24-21 win on the strength of a last-second Cade Wenzel 34-yard field goal. I don't know. I haven't dug into your kicking game all that much. When Cade Wenzel's lining up for that 34-yard field goal, what's going through your head?
Well, actually, there wasn't a whole lot of pressure because that was his first high school kick ever.
Oh,
So,
his first kick ever?
for first field goal, yes. So he was a kid that played football in middle school, and then he was playing soccer, and he was uh, gracious enough to come out and kick for us this year. And we knew he had a great leg, and all throughout preseason and non-district and practice, he's been kicking really well. So we knew he had the leg and all that, and he was just very, very calm and kicked it through. And I think he's played varsity soccer for a few years now, so maybe the situation wasn't too big for him or as big as it might have been somebody else that hadn't been in those situations before.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you maybe he just doesn't know he's supposed to be nervous.
Yeah, that could be the case.
Exactly right.
But
A remarkable win for you guys, and you guys are off to a 4-0 start. It's been a minute since you guys were 4-0. I'm interested in, if you coming into the season, if you thought this was possible, if you felt like there was something special about this team, because right now it sure seems like whatever you got, it's pretty special.
well, coming into the season, I knew we had pretty good chemistry on the team, even though we replacing a bunch of players from the previous season. But the chemistry with our kids, how they work together, how they pull for each other, that was one really good sign early on. And then the way they compete each game, was another good sign. And so far, we've played pretty well, pretty mistake free most of the games to give us a chance to win.
He's Glenn Mangold. He's the head coach of the New Braunfels Unicorns. Joining us here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation at #TF Today. All right, Coach. One of the guys that I definitely want to ask you about is, I think, has been key to your success is your senior signal caller in Aiden Bauman, a guy who's completing nearly 75% of his passes. Really taking care of the football, thrown for 13 touchdowns through the first 4 games. What is it about Aiden Bauman that sets him apart, that makes him special?
Well, I think obviously he's a very good football player, and then also I think he's got football smarts. I would say he gets football and he gets how defenses are lined, and he's in that aspect he's done a great job getting us in and out of plays, trying to get us in the best play possible. What he sees on the other side of the ball makes sense to him where to get the ball. So that's probably the biggest thing with him. And he's not a vocal leader, but he demands respect from all of his players on offense, and they give it to him because they see how much preparation he puts into each game and how he's been playing.
On the defensive side, one of the things that strikes me, looking at film and watching what you guys have been doing, it seems like you guys are living in opponents' backfields. Seems like you guys are getting great pressure up front. I believe you guys have 7 sacks in the year, 22 tackles for loss. It's been a remarkable start. What is working for you guys on the defensive side that has you out to this 4-0 start?
Well, I think we're fortunate enough to have 3 guys up front that are pretty athletic. They're good weight room guys, but they move well and they're very athletic. They can get past some of them big offensive linemen. We're not size-wise, we're not as big as low lines that we see, obviously, but athletically they're quick enough to move and get certain spots to get in the backfield and kind of disrupt things.
And finally, Coach, we're talking with Glenn Mangold of the New Braunfels Unicorns here on Texas Football Today. Get involved in the conversation. #TF Today. The good thing is that things just really lighten up for you guys on the schedule. Basically, just like a week off, basically. Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, let me look at this. Instead, you guys get unbeaten Smithson Valley coming to town, Unicorn Stadium at this is 7:00 Thursday night. I know. Obviously, you're coming off of a big win over another San Antonio perennial power in Judson. It's on to the next one. Don't want to ask you to give away your game plan, but when you take a look at Smithson Valley, what are you guys up against on Thursday?
Oh, just execution. Hard and not giving anything easy, making them own everything they do. And the games that we've had with them so far, who makes the least amount of mistakes and those types of things, and just it's our execution and being physical on both sides of the ball.
He's Glenn Mangold. He's the head coach of those 4-0 New Braunfels Unicorns. Coach, really appreciate your time. Congratulations again on the big win last Thursday, and best of luck this week against Smithson Valley.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
There he goes, Glenn Mangold, head coach of the New Braunfels Unicorns. Join us from windy New Braunfels there, and appreciate his time. I think that really turned people's heads is when New Braunfels beat Judson. He's been there. They've since he's been there, they have not been able to beat them, and he's been there. I think this is his 8th season there, and so to get that win was so huge, and to do it in the manner they did. I didn't realize that was the kid's first field goal attempt.
Yeah, we ain't got no pressure.
Whatever.
He's never done it before.
Big
what
deal.
kind of pressure?
What's the deal? Why don't I just bang it through? It seems like
it's that simple, right?
so it's a fancy extra point is what you're saying, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was probably like, Coach, I've done penalty kicks.
Cade
You ain't
Wenzel,
got nothing on this.
Cade Wenzel, no problems there. But
that was awesome.
A remarkable win, and I'll tell you, this is obviously another big test this week in Smithson Valley, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I do think, look, I think New Braunfels is actually. I think they've set themselves up really well for a playoff spot. If they can beat Smithson Valley this week, then they are driver's seat, and you start talking bigger things like district championships and stuff like that. But awfully impressive what Glenn Mangold has helped build. Defense has been great. They've got really good balance of the offense. They're running the ball pretty well. Yeah, it's an exciting time down there in New Braunfels. And by the way, I didn't even get to ask him about the week before they beat Canyon, that's the game you got to win.
Absolutely.
You got to win.
The crosstown rival.
Yeah, you got to win. Oh God, what do they call it? Oh, hold on.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
It's a good rivalry name. I've been to it.
I was going to say you and Max went one year, right?
It's the Worst Bowl.
The Worst. Yep.
I was going to say the Kraut Bowl, but that's Munster and Lindsay. Mm-hmm. And it's not the Polish Bowl, which is Poth and Falls City. It's the Worst Bowl in New Braunfels and Canyon. Anyway, we appreciate Coach Glenn Mangold hopping on with us.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you would like more and to be notified when they come out, go ahead and click that subscribe button right down there. You can also watch Texas Football Today every day live at noon on TexasFootball.com, Facebook, Twitch, and right here on YouTube. For more of the best coverage of Texas football in the Lone Star State, go to TexasFootball.com/subscribe.